This is Fox 5 News Morning.
The latest jobs report was released yesterday, showing the addition of more than 140,000 jobs during the month of August. While that is fewer than the number expected or predicted by analysts, the unemployment rate still managed to fall to 6.1%. Now, if you are still one of the many looking for a job in this tough economy, there are things you can certainly do to make yourself stand out to potential employers. And joining us this morning is Jason Levin, a career and outplacement coach. Good morning, Jason.
Good morning.
It's good to see you again.
Great to be back. Thank you,
Okay,
Annie.
so I got to start off by asking you, in 2014, is it more effective to do the online networking and placing your resume online versus the paper way?
So in either scenario, paper or online, it's known as something called posting and praying, where you type and you hold your hands up and you close your eyes and you hope that they're going to call.
And you hope that they're going to call
Yes.
you, but I've learned you should be proactive.
You need to be proactive, and so...
But not a pest.
Not a pest.
Yeah.
So I call it going from posting and praying to posting and connecting.
Nice.
You want to really be focusing your time on in-person meetings, coffees, lunches, breakfasts, phone calls, and talking to people that are working in those organizations. All the studies show that if you are looking for an employee referral, that you are going to get hired faster and you're actually going to be staying in the organization longer.
Really?
So meeting with people is the best use of your time.
Okay, well, that's kind of a big headline there now in this world that we live in, with
Yes.
everything is online and social media. You Google your name, your employer can find anything and everything about you. But you're saying in-person connection is always the best way.
And what you're saying is also very, very important. So analog and digital can live together. You use digital to learn more about people, but then to connect with them in person. And so the goal of digital, social media, all those kinds of things are very, very important. But they're there to show what is it that you have in common with the employer, the team, the role, and the person in front of you.
Okay.
And so then you use digital to get to analog, in person, and have that conversation.
Okay. Now, I know your resume is sort of your way to sell yourself as the best candidate for a job, right?
Right.
So for whatever job you're applying for, should you cater it and alter it to that job or keep it the same? Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I think people struggle with that at times.
Absolutely. So you got to recognize that people are looking at your resume maybe 5 or 10 seconds. And so you really want to put the best of your very self in that document. I lived in France for 5 years. The word resume in French means summary. So get to the point fast. And so you want to make sure that it is catered to the job that you're applying to.
Okay. And how important is that cover letter these days?
I'm noticing that cover letters are being less and less read.
I noticed that too.
But again, if you're applying for a role where writing is very important, if you're a journalist, if you're a law firm or those kinds of things, and they ask for a cover letter, then I would make sure that it's well written.
Okay. And the top mistakes that can basically ruin your chances of getting a job?
I think beyond posting and praying, not being able to communicate what you're looking to do. So you get the very fundamental question, so what do you want to do?
I hate that question.
And
it could be anything.
Exactly. And so people will then say everything they've ever done,
Right.
but they do not succinctly say, here are the things that I'm looking for. And my biggest tip is when people ask you, what do you want to do? You name particular employers and particular roles that you're interested in.
Okay.
It's the antithesis of saying, I'm flexible or I'll do anything. But guess what? You're not going to do anything.
Right.
You're not going to go shovel whatever at 3 in the morning in certain parts of town.
That's a very good point.
So have an opinion. It's okay.
And it's okay to ask questions during the interview.
Absolutely.
That's something I learned over the years, is it's okay to interview them versus them always asking you the questions.
You know, when I'm working with people, I always say, watch talk show hosts, watch anchors, watch them asking questions. Because if you interview like a talk show host, you're more likely going to get a job.
Oh, I don't know about that. Do you hear that wisdom? All right, thank you so much with all the great tips. All right, over to you guys.